Serious, what habits have you undertaken that led to a happier and fulfilled life? Attention. Serious, tag notice. Jokes, puns, and off-topic comments are not permitted in any comment, parent or child. Parent comments that aren't from the target group will be removed, along with their child replies. Report comments that violate these rules. Posts that have few relevant answers within the first hour, and posts that are not appropriate for the serious tag will be removed. Consider doing an AMA request instead. Thanks for your cooperation and enjoy the discussion. I am a bot, and this action was performed automatically. Please contact the moderators of this subreddit. Message composed to =r@askreddit if you have any questions or concerns. I have started to make an honest effort to say thank you more often, and I'm sorry much less often. As a chronic self-blamer, I'll often only look at aspects of a situation that affect me, i.e., I'm late to meet a friend for lunch, and all I'm worried about is how guilty I feel for making her wait, how I'm always late, what is wrong with me, etc etc. But I'd completely ignore the fact that my friend wanted to see me so badly that age waited patiently for me and didn't fuss when I finally showed up. So now, instead of the usual, stupid, I'm so sorry I'm late, I insert excuse here, and then insert another excuse with more self-deprecation. I'll say thank you so much for waiting for me. You have a crazy amount of patience, girl. And now, I'm showing her how much I appreciate her friendship, thanking her for her time, and paying her a compliment. I've learned when I express myself with more positive, thankful, and graceful language, I'm much happier overall. That is an excellent habit to get into. Thanks for sharing this. Going to bed at a decent hour. Frick constant sleep deprivation. Go to get up by 6. Go to bed at 10. It's amazing how much better your alarm clock works when you've actually gotten enough sleep. Yep, and don't sleep so late on the weekends. Sleeping till noon on Sunday is going to make it hard to get back into the routine for Monday. If you consistently get around 8 hours, you won't need all that extra weekend sleep to feel rested. Stop complaining. I had noticed that I started getting really negative a few months ago, so I started this thing I call No Complaints Tuesday. It's pretty simple. If it's Tuesday, don't complain about anything, not even in your thoughts. If you find that you're about to complain, ask yourself why and try to spin it in a positive way. If it's something that's out of your control, there's no point making yourself feel bad about it. If it is in your control, well, do something about it. Also, it didn't take long before No Complaints Tuesday turned into No Complaints Ever. After my son was born, I decided I needed to change my eating and exercise habits. I wasn't obese, but definitely chubbier than I'd like. I got a gym membership at a place that offered childcare. I'm a single mom. I've been going for nearly 3 years now. I've gone from unable to do 1 push-up to able to do 3 sets of 15 push-ups. I've gone from struggling with beginner yoga to successfully having a daily intermediate yoga practice. I'm stronger than I've ever been, and I'm down 28 pounds. I'm now a healthy weight and can keep up with my very active toddler. It's also made a huge difference in my mental health. Not easy to do with a young child. Congratulations. I admire you a lot. Reading. I have to think that reading will improve your life more than just about any other single thing. Read about other people's lives and how they coped, survived, changed and gained insight, wisdom, etc. A person can spend a lifetime learning something and you can read about it, and if you wish, apply that to your own in a few hours. Read history and you can understand what happened, why we are doing things a certain way, and probably see down the road about what is going to happen easier than others. Read science articles and technology books and you can gain a lot of insights into the world today. Have a problem? Find yourself in a situation? Someone has probably been there before you and written about it. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can see what happened to them and see some real insight. I couldn't agree more, and I'd add to this that reading great fiction has taught me a lot about timeless lessons and struggles people have grappled with. Love, money, grief, work. There's something comforting for me about reading Dickens and feeling kinship with problems and situations from a few lifetimes ago. Mindfulness. I do not run from my emotions. I sit with them and breathe. I am with anger now. I am not an angry person. nor do I let anger control my actions. I just notice that it is with me. Then I investigate. What caused this anger? What was the cue that brought it out? Was it some violated expectation of myself, others, or the situation I find myself in? Was it some existing mental state bump just over the edge? It's interesting to know what causes it. What reaction does it make me want to take? I'm sure at some level that action makes sense. Maybe I seek validation for my anger and my expectation which has been violated. That's good to know. What do I gain from that? Does it help in the longer term or just feel right in this moment? How has that habit played out for me in the past? It turns out it has not played well. Is there another action I might take that satisfies the need that causes my default action might have but ends in better ways? I'll need to work on that. What ways might I avoid the cue for anger in the first place? Another good thought there. I'll just breathe with those thoughts for a moment and let the anger be. Then let it pass. I do not run from my emotions nor let them run me. I am not my emotions, though I sit with them. They pass quickly and with less pain when I cope with them this way. So I am mindful. 1. Psychotherapy. 2. Working out. 3. Letting go of people that clearly aren't good for me, and not believing that I won't find better because that's all someone like me could get anyway. 4. Eating healthier. 5. Being more assertive, not aggressive but having firm boundaries. 6. Socializing more even though I'm an introvert. Had gotten closer to hermit than just introverted. Spend below your means. Always have an emergency fund. Budget. Avoid credit card debt unless you can pay off the full balance without paying interest while getting rewards points. Buy experiences. Visiting foreign countries. Going to events with friends instead of things. Studies have shown experiences have a better long-term happiness return over things like new clothes, electronics, etc. Teach yourself to think critically. Distrust and block all advertising. 1. Cut ties with negative people. This includes negative family because being related is no reason to tolerate someone's horrible attitude. 2. Stop being embarrassed about things I like. 3. Wake up early. 4. Budget and be honest with it. Sometimes it's kind of a bummer to miss out on fun things, but at least I know I won't be scrambling to pay for necessities later. Starting my day by thinking positively. Before I even get out of bed I give myself a pep talk, if you will, telling myself I'm going to have a good day and that I will accomplish whatever it is I plan on accomplishing that day. It sets the tone for my whole day. I used to be consumed by negativity, but once I started doing this, things started to change for me. People undervalue the frick out of this. Every morning I don't let myself get out of bed until I've said I'm thankful for X with 5 different things. It makes everything you do that day feel better. The only thing close to social media I follow is Reddit. I don't have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter or any of that crap. Also I answer unknown phone calls in an Australian accent. I still have accounts, but all apps are deleted on my phone and it's been amazing. I can't say I have missed looking at any of it, and I feel happier as a person not always comparing myself to people's highlight reels. As often as possible, go to bed with a clean sink and cleared counter. It is so nice to wake up in the morning to an orderly kitchen. Doesn't have to be spotless, but after years of having constant dishes and general debris greeting me in the morning, it's astonishing how much of a difference it makes. Makes my morning cup of tea so much more relaxing because I'm not constantly side-eyeing the mess. Waking up early even if you don't have to. Also going to bed early. I feel like I've got so much time to do things. 1 year ago I would sleep until 1 PM and stay awake until 2-4 AM. The days seemed to flow away and it made me feel kinda helpless. But now I never stay in bed longer than 10 minutes after waking up, and it does make feel a lot better to make the most of the day. The 5-minute rule, or break everything down. I spend at least 5 minutes a day on each of my goals. It starts the day off with achievement, maintains my French when I'm taking a break from working on it properly, and makes big tasks projects approachable. I used it to help my younger sister when she admitted she was really struggling with one of her A's levels after she'd been sick and hadn't managed to catch up. Also works if a friend has let things get out of control at home and he's overwhelmed by everything that needs to be done because everything needs to be done. He couldn't find it in him to start and was disheartened by the way that once you've hit a certain level of mess you can put an hour in and it's still so messy you don't feel like you've accomplished anything. 5 minutes is also enough to stop things devolving too much when he had a couple of bad days. Sometimes he just did 1 minute a few times. Get food, drinks, anything you'll need and set a timer for 5 minutes. It gets easier about the third time in. Breaking things down into mini steps just helps in general. The time limit can be extended as you get into it, but the limit makes it easier. 1. I have my own economic system where, when I'm projecting a month or a year or whatever, I round down any money I have coming in and round up any money I have going out. As long as there's still a surplus, I've never struggled. 2. I call it lucid living. But seriously, just being in the moment at all times. So many people try to lucid dream, but then live in an almost dreamlike state. Makes no sense. 3. I try to never say anything that I'm going to regret within a year. I think a year is a long enough time for me to be a considerably different person. And at that point, if I regret actions, that's understandable. But it blows my mind how many people say, I'm sorry within the same 24 hours of doing the thing they were sorry for. 4. Hate to do another money one, but always divide price by your wage. I've talked myself out of some frivolous expenditures by realizing just how many hours it took to earn that thing. 5. Experience trumps possession. Owning nice furniture would be cool, but for the same price, I could take a trip to this Vietnamese cave I recently found out about, and so I think I may do that. Lucid living is a trademark-worthy fully marketable phrase. Wake up 15 minutes earlier than I need to and have a cup of coffee and read the paper. No matter how crap my day ends up, I had 15 glorious minutes to myself. Ever since I started drinking coffee, my first cup is always a sit down and contemplate life type affair. No pressures, no worries, just a nice, long drawn out cup. 2. 5-minute meditation every morning and evening. I'm a super anxious person and just being able to get 2 minutes to just mindfully not give a crap makes my day so much better. I wholeheartedly agree with the exercise, eat well, meditate suggestions. The stop, breathe, think app is a great place to start. Installed. Looks interesting. Thank you. I retired in my early 40s on a strict budget. My youngest left home at 19 in next year. I hadn't seriously dated in 15 years. Suddenly, time. So much time. I read. I grow. I openly think. I date. Old and new friendships are thriving. I never knew such a value to open time. Instead of money and things I can do with money, I simply buy time. And it's been amazing. I have hobbies. Picked up some old favorites. On a team, and new ones. It's an entirely new way of life, and it's quite an adjustment. It's a huge sacrifice in many ways, financially, and how I calibrate my accomplishment and what entails in success, but it's also a huge gift. It may not last, it may just be a phase, a growth spurt towards something else, but it's amazing. Eating well but still enjoying myself once a week. Exercising where I can. Luckily, I work a job where I can be on my feet 9/10 of the day. I can get roughly 6 miles of walking in a day, knowing my limits but knowing when to push them. Learning the art of blocking people from my life that are toxic. Buying experiences, not things, or even buying things that create experiences. Art materials, for example. Living by myself, even for a short while, a year or two. I don't think I really realized who I was until I lived by myself, because I realized how much my thoughts and ideas were swayed by the opinions of others, parents, roommates, etc. I'm just realizing this. There's a lot to unravel. It's quite frightening, really, though I understand it's natural. Doing good in secret. A Taejeon teacher gave me an assignment to complete every day for the rest of my life. It has changed me in wonderful ways. The assignment. Every day find the opportunity to do something good. Do something that helps others and in no way helps you. Do it in secret. No one can ever know that you did it. If anyone suspects you did it, you have failed in your assignment and must find another good thing to do. You must never, ever claim nor get credit for what you did. The assignment is more difficult to complete than you might imagine. If I thought anyone might even suspect who I really am, I would never post this to Reddit because it would make it too difficult to complete my assignment. Putting all my freelance earnings away, no matter how much it is. I don't even think of it as spendable. That habit has helped me save enough money that I'd be fine if I lost my job or broke up with my partner. It feels good. Clean up right after eating. Always clean the kitchen before going to bed. It's so much easier to do a little bit at a time rather than wait until it gets overwhelming. And there's just something calming and peaceful about a clean home. Reading. There is so much knowledge about life in books. Self-help books will change your perspective on life and make you a better person. Meditate. There are countless health benefits to meditation. 20 minutes a day is enough. You become more present to the moment. Exercise. A healthy body leads to a healthy mind. Nutrition. When I got depressed, I started eating clean. Within 4 days of eating super clean, my depression washed away and I was naturally happier than I was in months. You are what you eat. Fix my sleep cycle. A healthy sleep cycle will keep your mood good and your energy levels great. Go out and meet people. I do challenges where I go out and talk to 5 new people a day. At school, at clubs, bars, in the gym, etc. This led me to becoming a club promoter and starting a business based off of YouTube. Get a hobby and get a life. Do cool things others don't do. Learn a sport. Learn a martial art. Learn about business. Do something. I can honestly say the past 3 years of my life have been insane. A few video collaborations I did on YouTube got millions of views. I hit 6.5k subscribers on YouTube and run a small dating coach business off of that. Because of this I am financially free while in college. I'm only 20 years old. Everything I listed bleeds into each other. Success in one aspect of your life gives you willpower in other parts of your life. Dang kid, you've got crap figured out. I drink a glass of water right before bed and first thing in the morning, and right before I drink anything other than water, often whether I think I'm thirsty or not, has helped cut down on snacking, slowed consumption of other beverages and kept me more decently hydrated, as well as making me breathe easier at night. People really underestimate how drinking water will honestly change how you feel. It makes you less tired and groggy, you eat better, you digest better, your skin is better, everything is better. Prepare for your day before you start your day. Ban negative influences, people, behaviors, time wasters. Still working on Reddit. Move your body every day. It doesn't have to be organized exercise, just do something. Clean your kitchen and your desk. If I can make someone's day just a little better, I will. I find joy in it. I sometimes give strangers compliments and they always brighten up so much. I don't comment on their bodies or anything like that. I compliment glasses, clothes, etc. If a coworker has been putting in extra effort, I'll casually bring it up at team meetings so they get that visibility. Oh, by the way, so and so, thanks so much for taking on that extra workload. We couldn't have made deadline without you. When I see a polite kid, I'll tell their parents I appreciate how considerate and well-mannered their kids are. It's not that I think parents need validation from me, but I just like to let them know I appreciate them helping the world to be a more pleasant place. Doing something over nothing in every situation. If I'm at home watching a movie or playing video games and I get asked if I wanna go to the mall, play a board game, talk, walk, anything that involves doing something social or productive, I do it, even if I don't always want to. When I get home I can always do my own thing at any point, but I've realized that you can't do those other things at any time. So every time I have a choice in what to do, I always choose the one that ends with me being able to say I did blank, I went blank, etc. Never saying no to any opportunity brings you places. I could be at home each night, do homework and school and that's it. But instead I am part of theater, choir and I work at Staples too. And all of those together have changed my life. Drama alone has changed me from being a closed-off introvert to a person who I've very recently been told by a friend that they envy my social confidence. I don't believe all that they said, but the idea that other people think you're confident and outgoing is really all you need, because that's the whole point. You have limited time in life, and for me as a high schooler entering his final semester, I am trying to squeeze everything I can out of it, because I will never again have these opportunities again. Do everything you possibly can experience. It may not always be what you wanted to do at the moment, but you will never regret those experiences looking back. I made it a point to not say bad things about others and to be more positive. Not really in a fake way because life isn't perfect, but I try not to complain if I'm not actively working towards it. It really helped me a lot and I never realized how negativity brought me down. 1. Go the gym. Whether it's 3 times a week or if it's daily, go. Put in the effort and show up. Not every day has to be a good workout. Crappy days happen, but the thing that matters is you go. 2. Bed at a decent time. Sleep is hugely important. 3. Eat better. Eat less. You don't need to eat that $5 entire pizza just because you bought it. 15 pounds down the road you'll look back and regret it. 4. Spend wisely but don't be too thrifty that you hamper your joy in life. Making or engaging in small talk with anyone everywhere. It's amazing how you can get along and meet people once you feel comfortable talking to strangers. Going to bed and getting up early. Going alone to group activities. Sports, classes, workshops. It all sounds so easy now that I do it, but I'm sure you can appreciate that it's really not. It took years to get what feels right. 1. Good diet. Most importantly, almost no sugar. This really keeps my energy levels up. Mood stable. Helps me not get pee off at minor things and take life less seriously. This is probably the only true one weird trick I know. It is amazing how much effect it has. 2. Regular exercise and getting to bed on time. Kind of the yang to one's yin. These all create a positive feedback loop, giving you more energy for exercise life, keeping your circadian rhythm in check, helping you get up early, go to bed early so you can do the same the next day and live life to the full. 3. Regular meditation. This is seriously awesome. It helps me stay in the moment at important times in life, from having more fun enjoying holidays more, keeps my anxiety down, helps me be social, do stuff like throw parties and not care if things don't go as planned, avoid stupid arguments with family members and again take life much less seriously, making it more fun. It also works great to keep me on an even keel and get me through the tough times. 4. Decide to have a good attitude. One day I just decided I was going to be kind to people, lead an honest life, and make the best of things. It's great how well people react to being genuine and kind and not complaining about stuff. Also, if you decide to try to enjoy things, you probably actually will. It's a massive win-win. It's cool to have a code too. Like someone undercharges you what to do, remember the code, speak up and live honestly. 5. Don't take things to extremes, otherwise known as the principle of good enough. Don't eat sugar but your friend has baked an awesome cake for your birthday or a special dinner. Take a slice, it won't kill you, and look on the bright side. This is one of the only times you get to eat cake, so enjoy it. This is probably the one that ties the others together, along with meditation. 4x, after I implemented the sugar thing, I would sometimes have massive internal battles whether or not to eat something, and if I caved I would get so anxious about I shouldn't have done it that it defeated the object. Also I would be so strict on myself that when I caved I would totally pile out and eat a whole pack of cereal or biscuits. You can imagine the tears of shame streaming down my face as it happened. The good enough rule lets me eat a square of chocolate, skip a workout, and move on without punishing myself. It took a seriously long time, and much counseling. Totally recommend SCBT to get these things together. But now that I have, life is great. TLDR. Eat good, sleep good, exercise good, meditate, live a good life, and don't sweat the small stuff. Get counseling to help you do these things if needed. 10/10 would life again. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.